Hello friends, this video on Laws of Motion Part 12 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos from Part 1 to 11 before going ahead with Part 12. We will now study the introduction to contact forces. So what are contact forces? As the name suggests, the forces which arise due to contact of one object with another. The forces that result when two bodies are in physical contact with each other. Any two bodies, when they come in physical contact with each other, there is a force which acts along the surface of contact. So that is called contact force. Let us take some examples of contact force. For example, the very famous frictional force, normal force, tension force, spring force, etc. These are some of the contact forces. So let us look at a scenario where we have this box which is lying on this table. So that means this box is in contact with the table. So which is the surface where it is in contact with the table? We can say this is along this surface. Here we can see that the box is physically in contact with the table. So the forces which arise due to the contact of the box with the table are termed as the contact forces. So here we have one contact force, that is the frictional force. The frictional force acts along the horizontal direction, and as we all know, it opposes the motion of the object. Similarly, the other force, that is the normal force, it acts perpendicular to the surface of contact. Here we see this is the surface of contact. So a force which acts perpendicular to the surface of contact, that is the normal force. So we'll see that the component of contact force normal to the surfaces in contact is called normal reaction. It is generally denoted by capital N. So this is the surface in contact for the two bodies. So the force which is perpendicular to the surface, that is normal reaction force. Similarly, what is friction? It is the component parallel to the surfaces in contact. So these are the surfaces in contact. Frictional force will act parallel to the surfaces in contact. So this is the frictional force. So I hope you got a basic understanding of what are contact forces. Now in this chapter we'll go ahead and study in detail the frictional force. We will now start with what is friction. So friction is a contact force that opposes relative motion. That is, we already discussed what is a contact force. A force which comes into picture when two bodies are in physical contact with each other. So friction is a contact force which opposes relative motion. Please note that it opposes not motion but relative motion, because when we talk of friction, we need at least two bodies to be in contact with each other. So it opposes the motion of one body with respect to the other body. Another important fact is no friction exists till an external force is applied to the body. As long as the body is at rest and there is no force applied on it, there will be no friction coming into play. Now let us take an example here. Let us suppose that this box was lying on the table. We just saw that before it started moving, it was at rest. When the box was at rest, there was no external force, no force acting over it. As a result, the friction at that time was equal to 0. So when there is no force acting on the body, the friction is 0. Now as we started applying some force in order to move the box in this direction, so we started applying some force on the box. As we started applying a force in this direction, the force of friction comes into play and it acts in the opposite direction to the motion of the box. So if I am applying a force in this direction to make the box move along right, the frictional force will operate in the left direction. Now initially, if you see this graph, it will become even more clearer. You see that when force is 0, when this is the force, and the graph which is plotted here in blue, that indicates friction. So when the applied force is 0, there is no friction. So the friction also is 0. Now after that, as the applied force increases, the value of friction also increases. It reaches a maximum point that there is a maximum value of friction which it can reach. After that, it will fall down, and then attain a constant value. So in this example, we saw that the box was initially at rest. It started moving only when the applied force became greater than the frictional force. That is, at first we applied force, but still the box didn't move. After that, the box started moving only when the applied force became greater than the frictional force. The box moved. Again, if we remove the applied force, if we take off the applied force, that is, we don't apply any external force here, the box will again stop, because in that case the friction will dominate again and it will oppose the motion of the box and it will come to rest. So I hope now you are very clear with the basic idea of friction. What is friction? It is a contact force, that is, it comes into play only when two bodies are physically in contact with each other. Also, friction opposes relative motion, that is, motion of one body with respect to the other body. That is, in this case, let us suppose the box was the first body and the table was the second body. So friction opposes motion of the box with respect to the table. Now we will see the various types of friction. There are three categories in which friction is classified: static friction, kinetic friction, and rolling friction. We will discuss each of the types in detail one by one. So first we'll start with static friction. Thank you. Visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thanks once again.